Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. The death toll from 5 days of U.S.-Israeli attacks on Iran has now surpassed 1,000, according to Iranian state media. The escalating conflict continues to intensify across the region, raising fears of a wider war that could further destabilize the Middle East. Iranian officials say the strikes have targeted multiple locations across the country, though independent verification of the casualty figures remains difficult. Meanwhile, Turkey says a ballistic missile fired from Iran was intercepted and destroyed by NATO air and missile defense systems over the eastern Mediterranean Sea. Authorities have not confirmed the intended target of the missile, but the incident highlights the growing risk of the conflict spreading beyond Iran's borders as diplomatic efforts struggle to contain the crisis. In Washington, the White House says Iran's regime is being, in its words, absolutely crushed by ongoing joint U.S.-Israeli strikes. Speaking at a press briefing, Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt said the operations are being carried out under the leadership of President Donald J. Trump. She stated that the strikes are intended to weaken Iran's military capabilities and limit what the administration describes as threats to regional stability. The comments come as the conflict continues to escalate, with governments around the world expressing concern over the potential global consequences of a prolonged confrontation. Meanwhile, the White House also claims Spain has agreed to cooperate with the United States military following strong remarks from President Donald Trump. A day earlier, the president had warned of possible trade consequences for Madrid over its stance against U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran. According to Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt, Spain heard the president's message loud and clear and in recent hours agreed to cooperate with Washington. The development comes amid growing diplomatic tension linked to the ongoing Middle East crisis. However, the European Union has expressed full solidarity with Spain after President Trump threatened to cut trade ties over Madrid's opposition to Washington's actions against Iran. EU leaders, including European Council President Antonio Costa and the European Commission, reaffirmed their commitment to defend member states' interests and maintain stable transatlantic trade relations. Spain's government, backed by France, rejected economic pressure, saying it will not become what it called a vassal. Spanish officials stressed that the country will continue to defend its national values despite criticism from Washington. In the United Kingdom, the Defense Ministry says a recent drone attack on the British Royal Air Force Base at Akrotiri in Cyprus did not originate from Iran, countering earlier speculation reported in regional media. The base, located southwest of Limassol, was targeted earlier this week, raising concerns about the security of key Western military installations in the region. In response, Britain has moved to reinforce its defensive posture across nearby bases. For more on this, we're joined by our correspondent James Wood in London.
British defense officials say investigations into the Akrotiri drone attack are continuing, but early assessments indicate the aircraft did not come from Iranian territory. The incident has nevertheless heightened concerns within the UK government about the vulnerability of overseas bases during the ongoing regional conflict. As a precaution, Britain has already begun resupplying air defense systems across its installations in the area. The Defense Ministry also confirmed that Royal Navy helicopters armed with missiles will arrive in Cyprus in the coming days to strengthen protection for personnel and infrastructure. Officials say these measures are designed to ensure readiness as tensions remain high across the region.
Our thanks to James Wood reporting from London. Elsewhere, Bahrain's Interior Ministry says 4 individuals have been arrested for allegedly sympathizing with what authorities describe as Iranian aggression following the recent strikes. According to officials, the suspects filmed and posted video clips expressing support for Iran's actions, including footage from military sites. The ministry said such activities constitute treason against the homeland. Authorities also emphasized that Bahrain will continue to closely monitor online content and act firmly against any activities perceived as supporting external aggression or undermining national security. And finally, India's Ministry of External Affairs has denied claims that the United States Navy is using Indian ports amid the ongoing conflict with Iran. The denial follows remarks by Douglas Macgregor, a former U.S. defense advisor, during an appearance on the far-right One America News Network. Macgregor suggested that American naval ships might be stationed in India. In response, India's foreign ministry called the claims fake and false and warned against the spread of what it described as baseless and fabricated comments regarding the use of Indian ports. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.